I am Willem Vos. I'm coming from Holland, from the Netherlands. I'm an artist and I make paintings for my job. I use canvas and I use acrylic paint, and then I have brushes, different kind of materials of where I work with to create a painting. Yeah. My career started when I was 12 years old. I was a boy and I thought we had at home we had a company, and there were often new trucks, and they painted on the trucks a promotion. So when I was a boy of 12 years, I looked at it. I thought I want to do it. I want to do that in my life. So, but my parents said, okay, you don't make money of it. So, stupid as I listened to my parents and I didn't do it. So life goes on. I come in the company, and I went with my brother in a family company. And during the period that I was in, I painted sometimes. When I go on holidays, I sit on the balcony, I draw books full of drawings and paintings, and then I put it away and I go at work again. Now, 5 years ago, there was the moment that I said to myself, okay, it's enough. I want to stop with what I'm doing now, stop with the company, sold everything, and we start a new life. My wife, my kids, we start a new life. And I started to paint. So then I make paintings, and that's how it became. My inspiration is life. That's my inspiration. I'm 51 years old now. When I was 12, I can make paintings, but I didn't have the experience of life. So my paintings were different than I make it now. And I'm looking in my life, I'm looking around me, and every painting I make, you cannot reflect on me, but I make it so that you can reflect it on your own life. So I paint it, I give a title. For me, there's much more behind it, but you can take it to your life and you can say, oh yeah, that's for me what I can use or learn about it or something like that. Well, Fight Against Evil is made, it's a painting that is a painting with meaning is protecting everything what's evil is, to protect your own life of everything what evil is. So you have the white peacock. The white peacock stands for you stand up again in your life. It's a newborn life, and at that moment you fight against everything what is danger to your family, to your you fight for a disease, against a disease. You fight against worlds, people, everything. Can be standing for, but for me it stands for fighting for everyone who harms my family, who was a danger to my family. So and he wins. You can look it in the eyes. He wins. Of course he wins because he's the white peacock, and the eyes look far in the bright, and they protect the world. That's it. Now, it's in the Bible too, the white peacock. That's where it comes from. And there are in the world white peacocks. And that represents me, who fights against the evil. And the evil is for me different than the evil is for you. And I painted a few years ago, and at that moment it stands for something else than at this time. So people change, and so the painting changed for me too. But it's a good painting, but it's drama. when you think you are the peacock and you think, what is my evil? And it can be a small thing, big things, doesn't matter, and you fight against it and you get a good feeling out of it. And that's what this painting represents. When you look at it and it's shocking in, this is like, yeah, red. You can, what do you think in red? So yeah, it is, and in the background there's a lot of drama. My painting is always abstract with figurative in it. And so I like the contrast. I like it very much. So I'm not afraid of a little bit shock in a good way the people. Art is freedom and I make art. That's my statement. For me, represents art freedom. When I make the decision to go in art, it was for me the complete freedom. I can make what I want. I can do it every day, or I don't do it every day. I go where I want, and I think that's freedom, and that's why I say I make art. And that's the meaning is I make freedom. That it is. And when you look at my paintings, you can look at it and you make your own version of my painting, and that's your freedom. I think every painter of every artist must be make different kind of styles. I make now this, and maybe over 10 years or 5 years I make a different kind of style. So I'm always busy to develop. Yeah, and that's my freedom.
Make the whole sentence with develop without my voice.
Okay. I think it's very important that an artist develops all the time. So it's not when you make always everything in black, you always make everything in black. No, you must go to develop. One important thing for me is that I want to shock a little bit. Not too much, a little bit. That people can look at my painting and think, okay, that's nice. What do I see? What do I see? And that's why I give always only the title. Now I explain the painting in some kind of way, but that is not what I do normally. Normally you must look for yourself. Yes, this painting I listen to heavy metal. Yeah. And other painting, I don't listen to music, and there are paintings that I listen to very nice, sweet music. The process is for me, I think about what I want to make, what the subject is. Then I think, what do I need with the subject? And sometimes I have it in mind, sometimes it comes in the process. And the process is very simple. I have it in my mind, I want to make it, and it goes very fast, I think. I start, and then I have a problem. Then I go in not a depression, but some kind of, it doesn't work. And then there's a struggle, and there's sometimes a big struggle or small struggle, and then I put the painting aside, or I have the painting there, and I look at it, and I think, okay, I must do this. But sometimes I wake up in the night and I think, whoa, I know how it must. I must do it. And then I go paint and then bam, bam, ready. Then goes it fast. But normally a painting is for me a month work. This one, I think that this one, I think 2-3 weeks. Yeah, I think this one. But I have paintings I do 1.5 months. Well, the trip to Chongqing was very nice. It was a nice trip. It is. I thought it was 10 million people live there, but there were 30 million people who live there. This was a very, very big city. It's a complete different world than the world I live in and the world you live in. Very nice people, super good food, and when we go to the museum, to the Hong Art Museum for the opening, It was very good. The people were very good organized. So and the paintings were very good present on the wall. I spoke to some people from the Hong Art Museum or from the Chinese art world, and they were positive about my work. So yeah, I had a very nice time. We've been there a week, and it was nice. So yeah, we are going now for the next trip, and that's Beijing. Oh, that is a story. Yeah, well. I must think. There was a moment that Nori and I had contact, and the contact, how was it? I believe it was via LinkedIn or so, and we had contact, and so it started, and it started with Chongqing, and then it started to a whole year of Pashmin Art with 4 or 5, including Chongqing expositions. So yeah. When I say it's not good, then I have a problem now. Because I'm sitting here. No, it's very good. It's good. It's good. It's for I think both parties must how do you call it? A little bit getting used to each other. And and it's going perfect. So no problem, I think. My recommendation is, and that's for everyone, not only artists, when you want something, go for it. And when you go for it again. And when sometimes not everything is coming right away, but then focus, go for it, know what you want, and then it's going to be all right. That's the way I started too. And I had a focused. I sold my art first via Instagram, Facebook, and now I'm in the galleries. So that's good. And now the selling is going via galleries, and that's better than for me. It's better than Instagram, because I see them. I really enjoy the opening, to be there, to see my paintings, and so for the young artists is try, go for it, and focus.